Welcome back to Fall of Porcupine. When last we left our friend Finley, I believe Irma had passed away in the night. We'd had we'd had the hibernation festival beforehand. Then we went to work, and Miss Irma told us one last story and passed away. See how Finley's doing today. Not looking so good. Turn the fan on, good lord. Oh, maybe not. It's snowing outside. Well, hmm. Oh, snowy. Wow, looks like someone got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning. What happened? Didn't you enjoy the hibernation festival? Things aren't so great right now, Alfio. Can I help you? No. Finley's not doing good with this. Me either. Irma was great. It's too bad she passed away. Just such great stories to tell. Finley! Hello. You don't look so good. If I didn't know better, I'd say you're in the river's bursting its banks. You could say that. How are things with your sister? I told her about your stream of consciousness idea. Two twigs clinging together to stem the current. We cried for a full hour. Wow. Oh, that's a good thing, I hope. It is. Soon the river's student will become its master, right, Finley? You mean me? Not yet. But soon. Perhaps. Wow. Next I'll teach you how to choose the right camping chair. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I'd love to get away for a while. Oh. Oh, this again. Wow, looks like someone got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning. What happened? Didn't you enjoy the hibernation festival? Things aren't so great right now, Alfio. Can I help you? No. I think it's even footprints. Oh, I'm not taking bus today. Walk. Trying to see if it said anything, but it didn't have anything to say. We'll head down to the shops and see what's going on down here. And then we'll head up past Giuliano's and through the town square. I'm not hungry. Okay. But it's really cold today. I'm glad our display windows have double glazing. That will get many customers in this weather, though. Maybe it's the right day to take a little time off. Guess I picked the wrong day to go shopping. Most of the stores are closed. Closed for the day. Let's see, can we get in there? I think we shrunk. Let's see if Prima's available. See if she has anything to say. There's Prima. Finley! Is everything alright? Not really, if I'm honest. It's Irma, isn't it? Juliana called me this morning. I'm already making her memorial figurine. It's so sad. I was really fond of old Irma. She was my patient. I was there when she died. I couldn't do anything for her. I'm so sorry to hear that, Finley. That must have been awful. I don't know how I feel yet. I hardly slept, even though I was exhausted after the night shift. I thought I was prepared for something like this, but Irma was... I know, Finley. Everybody knew Irma. Everyone loved her. And she was lucky you were her doctor. I'm late. We can talk more another time, okay? Alright. Poor Finley. I imagine it's gotta strike you hard when one of your patients dies. Especially your first patient to die. The sudden snowfall took many by surprise. Some schools and kindergartens have closed for the day. Many people are happy to see the snow, though, for some fear it will herald another flu epidemic. Irma got an obituary. Didn't think they'd get that printed so quickly. The vegetables are almost frozen. Well, at least they won't go bad. Maybe I should invest in some property. I could settle down, live the easy life. Oh wait, that's right. I don't have any money. Ugh. Hey, it's Larissa. Look, isn't the snow great? Everything's white. What should I do today? Build a snowman? Make snow angels? Go sledding? Challenge Christo to a snowball fight? Wow! Too many choices. Are you alright? You look ill. Did you catch a virus at the hospital? No, I'm fine. Phew. That's alright then. Gotta go, Doc. The day is short and who knows how long snow's gonna last. It's true. Gotta take advantage of those snow days. Hey, what are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing. You don't have school today, right? No, haha. We're just hanging around waiting for puberty to start. What are you doing here all day? Nothing much, really. Crystal says we're here for skating. But he's just sitting around all day. Many believe that this is what skating is all about. The school always looks kind of empty. There aren't that many children in Porcupine. Most people here are older. That's why there isn't that much to do for us around here. And I think skating is boring. What would you like to do? Good question. I like stories. I always love to write, and I'd love to come up with a story one day. Maybe for a comic or something like that. This is about the 4th time I've had this conversation with this person. I collect comics, but Christo isn't really into them. Well, do you have any ideas? Sure thing. Do you want to tell me about your ideas for your comic? No, they're really bad. Come on, I'd love to hear them. It's not even finished yet. Maybe I can help you. When I was young, I'd always make up stories. Really? So you're like a writer? Sure, something like that, even if I'm too busy procrastinating on my PhD thesis right now. Wow. Okay, so do you really want to hear about my idea? Sure, go on. Okay, so the story is set on a distant planet, and it's about a brave, strong, super cool heroine. She can do all kinds of stuff, and she's just the coolest. Yeah. Oh, so that's it? Yeah, I told you I wasn't finished yet. What do you think? Do you like my story? That could be better. It's not bad for the beginning. Really? You think so? Yeah, sure. Do you want us to brainstorm your story together? Sure thing. Excellent. So first we need a name for the planet. The story begins on a distant planet called Magitopia. I'll bet Porcupine 8. Yeah, that's so much cooler. Yeah, you're really a writer. Next, the heroine needs a name. Any ideas? How about Megatha? She's strong and tall and brave, and she has many friends. Megatha, sure thing. Megatha, I can feel it. As if I've known her for years already. I'm getting goosebumps. Yay! It's gonna be awesome. Magatha, the savior of Porcupine 8. It already feels so much more real. But oh man, being a writer is so hard. Do you want to leave it for now? Yeah, I think I need a creative break. I'll sleep on it for a while and think about my story. Do you come here often? Brainstorming was fun. You can be my co-author. I'd love to. I'll come by as soon as I find the time. Awesome. See you on round 2. This is going to be the best comic ever. I'm sure of it. Finley, I heard about her. I'm so sorry. Hope you're okay. I'll be making her memorial figurine today. Gonna make sure it's a good one. Come by anytime if you need to talk. Today I met Maggie at the schoolyard, and together we randomly decided to try and come up with a story for a comic book. She needs some time to think things over. I should visit her again in another day. I think that's the first time I've got that, though. So hopefully we're making progress in this story thing with Maggie. Because I've done this like 4 times now with Maggie. I like the artwork. The art style is very neat. Nothing. Okay. No, not today. The snow's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, it is. thought for sure he'd have something to say at the statue since it's now winter. But I guess not. I like that there's some snowmen around. I don't want to talk to you today, Nino. Not today. That's sad. Giuliano, I'm really sorry that Irma was... Nope, I can't do that yet. Alright, back to the hospital. I think. Was there more after that? I don't remember what's... Oh yeah, there is a bridge. I've done my rounds in town. Now it's time to do my rounds at the hospital. I sense a dark cloud over you, young one. You had a death on your ward, right? It's never pretty, that's for sure. But the river of life flows on regardless. Let it carry you. We'll all get swept into the great sea of eternity one day. Morning. Have a nice weekend? Why the gloomy face? Morning, Ingrid. I'm not in a great mood. Is this because of Mrs. DeCalma? I'm sorry, kid, really. I like the old lady, too. I was hoping I'd feel better after the weekend. Well, I guess you're just one of those people who feels a lot for others. Just make sure it doesn't become a problem for you. That's the part of our profession, kid. Try to focus. There's enough living people around here who need your help. I get it, though. They always say that first death really sticks with you. Yeah, maybe you're right. I'll focus and try my best. That's the spirit. happening at the cafeteria as of right now. Storage. I'd rather leave Gregor alone. I really can't deal with his grouchiness right now. Man. Yo.
What's up?
What's the matter with you? Did they cut your pay?
Hey,
Hey. You guys have been working when someone's passed away before, right? Sure.
all part of the job.
How do you deal with it?
Yeah.
Archie, you were on duty this weekend. What happened?
No idea, Dimmy.
Exactly. That's how we handle it. We've had a few people die on us in the ambulance over the years, or even before we get them on board. We deal with emergencies every day. You can't avoid that kind of thing now and then. Take a look at Archie here. A full day's emergency work behind him, and he's got no idea what happened in that time. But why not? Because that's the healthy way of dealing with it, and that's what works for us.
We don't want to take the stuff home with us.
Exactly, or to our next call out. Imagine you've been called out and an elderly person dies at the scene of an accident.
Just like that. Sometimes that stuff just happens.
It's really tragic. Sure, but you know what's even worse? When you're heading to your next call out 5 minutes later, and the person you're meant to be helping there suffers because you're not focused. You can't work like that. Insert new disk, delete data. That's how you work. That's how you work. No, because it can't go that way either. Okay, I can't go to my job. Can I go to any other floor? No.
Finley, I heard the news this morning. Do you want to talk? Maybe grab a coffee or something? No. I want to get my work done first. Okay. If you want to talk later, just come and find me, okay?
At least his eyes are a bit wider. Whoa. It's like the scariest character on here. Morning, Finley. Irma's bed was empty this morning. I figured she didn't make it. Sorry to ask, but that must have been your first death, right? Oh man. Try to get over it. The sooner you get used to it, the better. Okay. Gotta go to the break room. Nothing else. Alright. Good morning, Finley. How are you? Alright, I think. A patient died yesterday. Your patient. You're a murderer. No. I imagine Irma's death is still on your mind. Nevertheless, I would ask that you don't let your performance levels drop. We can't let these things affect our work. Got it. You can rely on me. You know the drill. We'll talk again once you've finished treating your patients. Try to make this a good day, Finley, in spite of everything. Good luck. Oh, and one more thing. Irma died of complications from pneumonia. She was old. Her immune system just couldn't hold everything off. She remained stable for a while. However, her condition worsened during her stay here. These things happen sometimes. The incident with the water damage in her room probably didn't help either. What I'm trying to say is, you did nothing wrong. I've even made a note to that effect in my report. I assigned you to treat Irma, and that was the right decision. I'm sure of it. Well, thanks, Dr. Krakowski. It means a lot. Alright. Let's go deal with Grumpy Owl. Now, my dear colleague, what's your assessment of your health status? My withdrawal symptoms are diminishing, and so's the pain. Good. Do you mind if I examine you? That's what I'm here for. Oh, boy. Ugh. It really ties your fingers up in a knot. We're going to keep increasing your vitamin B1 and energy intake. Your liver's on the mend. Are you sure? Nonsense, my liver's had it. The readings are clear. Really? You came to us just in time. Feel free to take a look for yourself. We'll have to keep you here for a few more days for observation. If you want to keep on living, you need to keep off the alcohol. Forever. Clear, honest words. I like it. Maybe something will come of you after all, in the distant far off future. But what I do or don't do is none of your business, understand? I've given you my medical opinion. What you do with it is entirely up to you. Good morning, Miss Van Galen. Is it that time already? Your colleague said you'd be checking on me again today. Well, looks like she was right. Shall we get straight to it? I'm sure you want to get back home, too. Alright. Oh, boy. Let's see. got it, but I've got it in 6 pills. It's supposed to be 4 pills. There we go. Yep. I'm seeing a significant improvement. You know what? I'm actually feeling a lot better today. Better than I have in years. I feel like I'm really aware of my surroundings again. Sounds like the medication's doing its job. Yes, but I think there's more to it than that. I managed to I managed to talk to Dr. Watara again, and it was like he tore down a wall inside me. Suddenly I saw everything I used to think was important in a different light. I decided to change my life around completely. I don't want to end up here again. I want to be able to focus on other things, instead of just living for my job. I called my boss this morning and requested 4 weeks off. That's great. That's not what she thought. She threatened to fire me on the spot. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't be. I am the island, I am the sea. And maybe unemployed. I don't care at all, and that's great. I'll do my exercises and follow my heart more. Thank you for helping me. I'll make sure to thank Dr. Kotara again before I leave too. Have a great day, and look after yourself. Alright. Got some turnaround in that patient and our previous patient. A little bit of turnaround. Good stuff. Alright, let's see our insomniac. You're Emma, right? Okay. Miss Emma Strawberry Yogurt, right? No. I'm Emma Smith. Oh, right. That's what it says here. I must have read it wrong. How are you feeling, Emma Smith? I miss my home. And I've got tummy ache, too. You did get some pills, didn't you? But it's still not better yet? No. Alright, let's take a closer look at what's up with your tummy then. Alright, let's see here. Skull, foot, uh, tooth, bone, brain. 2 things are right. Hand, teardrop, stomach. Okay, stomach is right, and 3 things are correct now. Alright. Oh, you got stomach, right? Let's see, let's make this brain. Brain, bone, blood hand. Alright, 3 things are correct. Let's turn that into a hand. And that into a skull. Turn that into a hand. Nice. We have brain, foot, pound. Yeah. I think your pain is because of your food allergy. I read that you're not allowed to eat certain things. Is that right? Yeah. So, are you watching what you eat then? Yeah, but... What is it, Emma? Well, Gerda said that after the hibernation festival, we can eat as many nuts as we want. Is Gerda your mom? No, my mom's name is Mom, and she's away. So, who's Gerda then? Gerda Niesdork. I always visit her when I'm homesick. She's a doctor like you. Wait a minute, do you mean Dr. Niesdorf? Yeah. Can you do me a favor, Emma? Okay. Please don't eat any more nuts. I'm sorry, but your tummy doesn't like nuts, not even after the hibernation festival. Oh, it's mean, I know, but your tummy aches are mean too, aren't they? Yes. So you keep off the nuts and we'll think of some nice things for you and your tummy to eat, okay? Yeah, okay. Jesus. That is a frightening character. See, every time I see it, though, I see a big, toothy mouth, and that's not how they do it. It's not a big, toothy mouth. I don't know why. Every time I see it, I just see big, sharp teeth. That's not at all how they made that character. I'm just seeing it. All done? Yep. It took you longer than usual today. But given the circumstances, I'm willing to turn a blind eye to that. Let's see. What have you got for me today? I don't have anything for you. Dr. Theobald was asking after you. Oh, really? Why? I couldn't say. However, he did ask if I could give you the rest of the day off. I'm not happy about it, but I said yes. I guess it must be something important then. You think I should go to his office? You can if you like, but you won't find him there. How do you know? Because he just made himself comfortable in our break room. Oh, strange. That's just the way he is. I guess I'll pop in and see him then. As you wish. Finley, there you are. Thank you for coming.
Sure, Dr. Theobald. What can I do for you?
Nothing, but I wanted to talk to you. First of all, I would like to thank you. You've done an excellent job these past few days.
Thanks. Is that all you wanted?
No, not at all. I heard about Irma de Calma's passing, of course. A tragedy, truly. Like so many others here in Porcupine, I knew Irma well and liked her a lot. I'll miss her very much, the whole town will. But you were the one who looked after her and were there for her in her final days. Is Irma the first patient who's died under your care?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's not uncommon to struggle getting them off your mind the first time. But still remember my first two.
I think I know what you mean. I still think about Mrs. DeCalma a lot.
Just try not to let those thoughts affect you too much. After all, there are still plenty of other people depending on your help. Don't get distracted from looking out for them. It's Irma's funeral service this afternoon. It will be held at Gilbert's. Giuliano hosts most of the funerals in this town. I'm sure this one will be especially hard for him. You should be there. You'll feel better afterward, believe me.
You mean I could go to the service?
You are excused for the rest of the day. And I'm sure Mrs. DeCalmo would have invited you anyway.
Okay then, I'll be there.
Thank you, Dr. Theobald. No need to thank me, Finley. Say goodbye to the old lady for me. See you again tomorrow. Give my regards to old Irma, alright? And please, give my condolences to Giuliano as well.
Well, I guess I would know what we're doing for the rest of our day. Can I visit other floors yet? Now that I'm feeling a little better. I guess not. Take care, kiddo. And don't slip on the snow. I already pulled something in my back this morning. Alright. I'm not hungry. Well then why did you... Why have me interact with something just for me not to interact with the thing? Ooh, it's dark out. I thought I had the rest of the day off. Why is it dark out? Well, I mean, I guess it could be I have the rest of the afternoon off and the sun's already set. Can I interest you in a hot cup of coffee? Perhaps a tea or a saffron roll? No thanks, sorry. I've got a
somewhere to be. Sure thing. I mean, I guess I see it if you're trying to pad out your interactions, but it just seems frivolous to interact with something that you're not going to interact with in the return anyway. You don't seem to like the weather much either, do you? It smells a bit stale. So you're here too, young one. It's good to see you. The roller coaster of life never stops, does it? A few days ago, we gathered to celebrate. Today, we've gathered to weep. Finley. Hey, Giuliano. I'm so sorry. I wish I had more... Finley. It's okay. Thank you for coming. I know we haven't known each other long, but it means a lot to me. Please, make yourself at home. There's food and drink. Go ahead, take a seat. Just make yourself at home. Is there really nothing I can do for you? Come to think of it, there is one thing actually. Anything you want, what is it? I think there's a colleague of yours here too. He didn't hang around long. He just stood in the corner and didn't talk to anyone. Then I think he went out the back door. I haven't seen him since. Could you go see if he's still here? I'd check myself, but I've got my hands full. Sorry, here I am asking for your help again. It's no problem, Giuliano. I'd be happy to do that for you. Thank you. Your colleague went out through the bar and into the backyard. Do me a favor and go check on him, would you? I'm going to talk to everybody first. I'm sure Pina made the figurine. It's such a nice tradition. I'm proud of you, Pina. Pa! Did you know Irma? Of course. I'd love stopping to chat with her during my rounds. She was always sitting at her window with a plate of cookies next to her. She always made me coffee on cold days. I'd love one of her coffees right now. Irma. I can't believe she just died like that. It's so unfair. Wow, you're here! Sorry, Finley. I know how much you liked Irma. How are you feeling? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Just happy I could be here today. Me too, even if it has been a bit stressful for me. But I'd do anything for Irma. If there's anything I can do for you, just say, okay? Hello, Finley. Ted, you're here too. Of course. I've really fallen in love with this little bar. I didn't know there was a funeral today, and I didn't know the deceased at all. But I'd still like to be here for the wake. I'm sure Giuliano will be glad to see you. I hope so. Ted is new in town as well. God damn it. She doesn't have a place to stay yet, okay? So she moved into the motel room at Gilbert's. She could probably just stay there for a while. The place isn't that expensive and never gets booked much anyway. Speaking of which, she's working on a book right now. I wonder how that will turn out. Man. Gregor, you're here too. Get lost, kid. Don't you want to come inside? The service is about to start. No. There's food and drink too. Lots of people are here. Leave me alone. Okay. It's all my fault. What do you mean? I'm doing the best I can. I know the hospital relies on me. I'm the one who's supposed to look after it after all. If the old lady hadn't got sicker, if that water damage hadn't happened, if I'd just taken better care in the hospital, then maybe she wouldn't have. This is my burden to bear. I'll never forgive myself. All those people in there, I see the way they look at me. They know it's my fault. It's not your fault. I felt the same way. I was the one treating her right up until the end. I still believed she'd get better. I didn't want to face the fact that she was going to die, but in the moment she passed, I knew she was at peace with it. She was old, her body was weak, and she was happy. She didn't want people looking after her all the time, and that's okay. I did my best, and you did too. But sometimes things crumble and collapse anyway. Sometimes we have to say goodbye to people. Sometimes we can't help them. I'm going in now. You can come with me if you want. I can't. I'm gonna stay here. Okay. But if you change your mind, just know that you'll be welcome. Sure, whatever. I should go. I don't want to disturb the bereaved. You should do what feels right for you. No one's forcing you to stay. Yeah, you're right. Let's go in. If you go in at the same time, they won't all be staring at me. And I can slip away quickly if I need to. Sounds good. Oh no. Not Ralph. So, did you find him? Yeah, he's a janitor at the hospital. But he doesn't want to come in. I think he needs some time to himself. He came in. He just walked past you. I think we all do. I'm glad he's here, though. Speaking of which, how you holding up?
I'm coping. But please let me know if there's anything I can do.
I will, my friend. Please sit down. It's about to start. Dear guests, could I have your attention for a moment? Thank you all for coming. I can barely bring myself to speak. But last night, Irma, my dear mother, passed away. She's she was a real talker, always telling stories, and she was surrounded by people who loved her. That's you guys. Thanks for that, all of you. When I was little, she taught me to play an instrument. She practiced with me, and I hated every second of it. But but when I was playing, her eyes would just light up. I wish she could look at me that way again. I want to play a very special song for you. A song Irma requested every time I picked that instrument up.
I remember one day, it was really frosty when I had to deliver my letters. I slipped on a patch of ice. My whole mail bag fell into the river with all the letters still inside it. And I tore my cruciate ligament. Irma not only helped me fish every single letter out of the river, she even dried them, restored them, and delivered them for me. Irma worked with my parents in a restaurant. Things had been going downhill for a while, then Irma came up with a new dish. Rainbow beet gratin. It was a hit, and before long it was the only dish anyone wanted. Irma and I used to play backgammon together every Thursday in the summer. How did you know Irma Finley? I,
I'll tell you how that squirt knew Irma. He's the one who let her die. It's the truth. Irma was in great shape. Then one day she just bends over, sprains an ankle, ends up in the hospital, and a few days later, suddenly she's sick. Real sick. And then she just dies. I'm telling you, it's all that guy's fault. Him and all that staff at that awful hospital. I just heard them talking about it right now. They're letting the hospital deteriorate. It's so bad the folks who go there pick up new diseases in the wards. Irma didn't even have pneumonia until they took her to that dump. I'm telling you, Irma didn't just die. She was murdered there. If St. Ursula's wasn't so useless, Irma would still be with us today. We'd be celebrating, not mourning. Everyone who works there should stand up and take the blame for this. We'd all be better off if that hospital was torn down and never darkened our skyline again.
Ralph, that's a crock of nonsense.
Nah, hold on. Maybe he's got a point. Yeah, St. Ursula's is a danger to us all. That's right. We need to run these murderers out of town. Maybe it would be better that way. Look around you. Do you see anyone from the hospital here except for this clown? Exactly. They don't even have the nerve to come to her funeral. Because they know it's their fault, plain as a nose on your face. But quiet, everyone. Please. This isn't about pointing the finger at anyone. This isn't about St. Ursula's. It's about Irma, my mother, your friend. Finley? Yeah? I'm sorry to have to ask you this, but perhaps it would be best if you leave. But please, I don't want this argument to ruin Irma's memorial. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Let's talk later. Okay. That Ralph always starting trouble. Oh man, that didn't go how I expected. Looks like my cell phone has no reception at Gilbert's. Mia and Carl both tried to call me. Oh, call Mia back. Hey Finley, thanks for calling me back. I was worried when I saw you today. Are you okay? I'd be lying if I said I was. Oh, I I don't know if it'll help, but I actually have plans for tonight. I think I need to get my mind off things, and I'm guessing you might want to as well. If you come along, we could help each other. Peanut will be there too. Sure, why not? Cool. I just got off work. I'm standing in the middle of the town square. Perfect, I'm heading your way now. Let's meet at the hospital entrance, okay? Alright, see you soon. I hope your evening went better than mine. Mm-hmm. Is the funeral over already? Dr. Krakowski told me you were there. Sure was. There was an argument. People said it was my fault Irma died. What? I wanted to explain myself, but didn't get a chance. That's so mean. It makes me so angry. Yeah. Can we change the subject, maybe? Anything special going on in your life?
Well, today's my stage debut.
What do you mean?
I'm rehearsing with the Porcupine Amateur Dramatics Group for the first time. Want to come watch? I want to get used to having an audience.
Do I need to do anything?
Watch, listen, nod, and don't get too harsh a critic. Don't be too harsh a critic, okay?
I can do that.
Yay, let's go! The rehearsal is taking place on a small stage in the park.
Um, is that this way?
I don't know where the park is.
Hey, alright, I found it.
Mia! I'm so glad you came! And you brought Finley with you, too. Yeah, I asked if he wanted to come.
But just watch.
Watching? Nonsense. You're just in time. One of our members dropped out today. Caught a flu at the hibernation festival or something. Oh no, can we still rehearse without them? Sure we can. You brought the perfect replacement. But... Oh yes, Finley, please say you'll join us. I'm sure that's just what I need to feel more comfortable in my first role.
I, alright.
Yay! Woo!
I was in a theater group in elementary school, but I might be a little rusty. What's the play? Will it even work with someone new in a role?
That's what's so great. We're an improv troupe. We give everyone a role at the start of the show, then just see what happens. And tonight we've got something very special in store. A terrible crime that needs solving.
Mwahaha!
I'm scared already.
You're telling me.
And you, Finley, are going to be our detective, the private eye. The guy who was a little too tough for the police. You're basically the referee. It'll be great practice for the rest of the group.
Oh, okay. I hope I can pull this off.
I know you can. This is going to be great. Is everyone ready?
Yep. I'm already pumped. Let's go!
All right. You've all been given a brief on your roles. Any questions? Good. Folks, we've got 2 new additions today. So to celebrate, I've come up with something special. Listen up, everyone. We open on an old hospital. It's 6 in the morning. There's a storm outside. The rain's coming down in buckets as, one by one, you enter the building. Shortly after the shift begins, we hear the chief physician's voice break into a horrifying scream.
Oh,
Ah! Come on, you can do better than that. Let me feel your terror. Ah! Much better. A body has been found in the chief physician's office. But it's not just any body. It's the body of the chief physician's personal assistant.
You gather in the break room. The fresh coffee is still bubbling in the pot when the door flies open once more. Into the room strides none other than the city's most famous detective. Finley, that's your cue. His face is grave, his steps determined, and so the questioning begins. Finley, you just let me know when you're ready to give your verdict, okay? Okay. All right, folks. Let the interrogation begin. I'd love to help, but I've been busy all morning. Where were you at the alleged time of the murder? Busy, eh? With what? Sometime last night, that damn pipe in the basement burst again. That's the third time this month. Not that anyone cares. And everything's always underwater. So I spent the whole morning on my hands and knees down there, tinkering around. And then I thought, what's the strange object in the water? And hey, presto, I had the murder weapon in my hand. Not that I knew that at the time, obviously. Did you notice anything unusual? I don't know if this is relevant, but I talked to the guy a lot. Out on the stairs after work, he's the only guy here that smokes apart from me, see? 2 days ago, he was saying some weird stuff. Thought someone was following him, stuff like that. I managed to calm him down, told him he was imagining it. Turns out he wasn't. Alright, thanks for the tip. Do you suspect anyone? Maybe the ambulance driver. He was always kind of weird when it came to PA. Saw him sitting in front of the guy's office again yesterday. Don't know if that helps. I'll come back to you later. Yeah, whatever. It's really terrible what happened. I still can't believe it. I was even here when the crime took place, and I still couldn't do anything. Where were you at the alleged time of the murder? Where in the building were you at the time of the crime? I always come in extra early, because I like to work in peace before the hustle and bustle starts. So I sat in my office all morning, going through patient records. I haven't been here long. I was eager for a fresh start after my previous hospital, and I get along very well with everyone here, but I'm still trying to get up to speed. Did you notice anything unusual? As you may already know, I'm pretty new here, so I probably wouldn't even notice if there was something out of the ordinary. Ah, but maybe that will help you provide a more objective view than your colleagues. Yeah, I suppose so. Do you suspect anyone? I don't want to make any false accusations, but there is one thing as it happens. The chief physician came to see me a few days ago. She asked me to keep an eye on the janitor. I think he was seen hanging around my floor a few times, heading into the storeroom. Some people suspect him of stealing medication. And have you noticed anything? No, I've never seen him there. But maybe the murder victim caught him in the act. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, truly. I'll come back to you later. Yes, I'm happy to help if I can. I don't know how that could have happened. It was the chief physician. I'm sure of it. You've got to believe me. She would have done anything for him, but she swept that under the table. If he threatened her with it, she wouldn't hesitate to resort to such means. Anything to preserve her career. I did see her leaving the building last night when I was just starting my night shift, but that doesn't mean anything at all. Where were you at the alleged time of the murder? Me? I was only here for a cigarette break. I just got back from the night shift, and I was going to go straight home after that. Did you notice anything? Well, I don't know if it's really relevant, but before the PA started here, he worked at another hospital. But he was falsely accused of involuntary manslaughter, so they fired him. Can you imagine that? Do you suspect anyone? I told you, the chief physician, of course. Haven't you even seen a detective drama? Have you spoken to the new doctor at all? I heard the news when she first started here. But I've never really talked to her. I don't think she liked her PA very much. What do you think about the janitor? He's a nice guy. We used to smoke together a lot. Because our shifts synced up well. They don't sync up so much anymore. But he's pretty reliable and nicer than most of the others. I'll come back to you later. Alright. Oh man, I need a coffee. Did you ever speak to the ambulance driver? I've seen him in the corridors a few times, but apart from a friendly nod here or there, we've never really interacted. What do you think about the janitor? I mainly stay out of his way, since my boss pointed out her suspicions to me. I know she said to keep an eye on him, but I just always get shivers down my spine at the idea of having dealings with a criminal. I don't want to make any false accusations, but there is one thing as it happens. The chief physician came to see me a few days ago. She asked me to keep an eye on the janitor. I think he was seen hanging around my floor a few times, heading into the storeroom. Some people suspect him of stealing medication. And have you noticed anything? No, I've never seen him there. But maybe the murder victim caught him in the act. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, truly. I'll come back to you later. Yes, I'm happy to help if I can. Alright, you. What do you think about the ambulance driver? We used to smoke together. That was pretty nice, actually. He's quit now, so we don't see each other that often anymore. But he's also been a little weird recently. Maybe he wants a job or something, but he's been chasing the PA around a lot. What do you think about the new doctor? I think she's avoiding me, but I don't know why. And what was that about the ambulance driver? We used to smoke together a lot, but that was pretty nice. Actually, he's quit now, so we don't see each other that often anymore. He's quit? But he's also been a little weird recently. Maybe he wants a job or something. But he's been chasing the PA around a lot. Interesting. I'll come back to you later. Where were you at the time of the crime? Me? I was only here for a cigarette break. I just got back from night shift. I was going to go straight home after that. Okay. Anything unusual? Is there anything else that might have been relevant besides your theories? Well, I don't know if that's relevant. But before the PA started here, he worked at another hospital. But he was falsely accused of involuntary manslaughter, so they fired him. Can you imagine that? You suspect anyone? I told you, the chief physician, of course. Haven't you ever seen a detective drama? Have you spoken to the new doctor at all? I heard the news when I first started here. But I've never really talked to her. I don't think she liked her PA very much. I was told you don't smoke anymore. You said you were taking a cigarette break, but you don't smoke anymore, do you? I'm not a murderer. I would never kill him. No, I don't smoke, but I am allowed to go anywhere in the hospital. Wherever I want, especially to my own brother's office door. You heard right. He was my brother. I would never hurt my own family. I'd rather kill myself. He may not have wanted to see me, but I can't help that he died before he could change his mind. And I know he would have done if I could have just talked to him again yesterday. I'll come back to you later. All right. Oh man, I need a coffee. Really interacted. Okay. I think I've done much anymore. Okay. Lie to me. No, I couldn't stand him. But that doesn't make me a murderer. If I went around wanting to murder people, I'd have started actually doing it a long time ago. Not that I'm saying I did. Fact is, he just wasn't a nice guy. Ask the new doctor. She'll tell you. He really had it in for her. That's more of a motivation to kill him than I've ever had. Besides, I was on duty on the other ward all night, so I couldn't have killed him anyway. I have some questions for you. Like I said, I was on duty. I don't know exactly when he was killed, but you're welcome to take to all the patients on the ward. I spent a lot of time there that morning, having a very long conversation with the woman in room 7. She didn't feel well, and she really wanted to talk to somebody about it. Not to mention giving them her whole life story. you notice anything unusual? I remember wondering about the light. The light that was on in the chief physician's office. Thought that was sometime in the early morning. Do you suspect anyone? No, I didn't see anyone. Or wait. A janitor. I saw the janitor on that floor. He said he was looking for a ladder for some repair work. Unfortunately, I couldn't help him. I had my hands full myself that morning. What do you think of the ambulance driver? I don't know who that is. Do you never have any contact with each other? No, never. You know, a hospital like this is a big place. If I ran around the building all day trying to make friends, do you know what would happen then? We'd have a lot fewer patients and a lot more funerals. That's what. Tell me about the new doctor. We work on the same ward. The only thing I really remember was that the PA gave her a lot of stick. Most of it uncalled for. But I have no idea if she had a problem with that. What do you think of the janitor? We get along all right. He's quite a nice guy. Not very talkative, but I think we just both enjoy not having to talk for a change. I often think that the hospital would collapse without him. I'll come back to you later. Oh dear, oh dear. Mhm. Can you tell me about the nurse? She's busy most of the time, but I think we'd get along just fine. Sometimes she smiles at me in the hallway, so I think she believes that too. What? Looks like the janitor lied in his statement. Do you know anything regarding the whereabouts of the janitor today? The janitor's a suspect? But why would he want to kill my brother? I always thought he was good-natured, but maybe I was wrong about him too. But didn't he find the murder weapon as well? And he didn't know what it was? If I killed someone, I wouldn't turn the murder weapon over to the police. But who knows what goes on in his head? Alright. Oh man, I need a coffee. What are your thoughts on the nurse? I respect anybody who works in nursing. I can hardly imagine the pressure these people must be under, even though I've heard that some of them don't handle it too well. I'll come back to you later. Yes, I'm happy to help if I can. So you really were in the basement all morning? I've been asking around a bit here, and several people said they saw you. What? The nurse saw me? I was just fetching some tools like she thought, honestly. Okay, I wasn't, I confess. I snuck out of the basement. But I didn't kill him. Sometimes I take medication from the hospital. Only a little, it's just all so expensive. So sometimes I take things that nobody needs anymore, anyway. That's why I was in the ward, but that's the only reason. Can you tell me about the nurse? I saw her on the ward yesterday. We didn't talk, but then that's normal for us. She's always busy, really. Okay. So I've narrowed it down to two suspects. This one, the ambulance driver or the janitor. She doesn't know who the ambulance driver is. I don't smoke, but I am allowed to go anywhere in the hospital, wherever I want, especially to my own brother's office door. You heard right, he was my brother, and I would never hurt my own family. I'd rather kill myself. He may not have wanted to see me, but I can't help that he died before he could change his mind. And I know he would have done, and I know he would have done if I could have just talked to him again yesterday. I have completed my investigation. What do you think? Can you reconstruct the course of the events? Yes, I can tell you what happened here. Oh, fantastic. So, who did it? The case is absolutely clear. There's only one person who could have committed this heinous act, even though every single one of you had a motive. The solution is crystal clear. It was the ambulance driver. No, but... No, it really wasn't. Does that mean one of us didn't play the role well enough, or is it you that's the problem? I'm a doctor, not a detective. That's probably just as well. It was obviously the new doctor. After all, she was the only one whose alibi was contradicted by anyone. She said she spent all morning working on the files. But the nurse was very clear that she kept running into the doctor in the hallway. So what was the motive then? Isn't it obvious? The PA and the new doctor used to work at the same hospital. The involuntary manslaughter that got him fired, but which they could never prove was him, that was actually a murder that she committed. And it didn't go down well with her when somebody else got the credit for it. In fact, she took it so badly that she followed him to his new hospital, and when she caught him in the chief's physician's office, she seized her opportunity for revenge. It's very simple when you think about it. Yeah, sure. Boy, I screwed that up. So what did you think of the show? The show? Well, if you can even call all that hammy acting a show, then I'd say it was pretty straightforward. I can't believe you couldn't solve the murder. Hey, why not? It was tough. That bunch of amateurs made it easy for you. Hey, that's not very nice. Niceness has nothing to do with it. It's about acting, the only thing that keeps us grounded in this world. Do you have any tips for me? I don't know if it's worth the effort. I can't really spare the time. I must leave now. Farewell. You don't have any tips, do you? Hello? The statue's not answering anymore. Too bad you couldn't solve the murder. It's okay, I still had fun. Glad to hear it. It is too bad. I wish I had. I wish to see what would have happened. Woo, that was exciting. My knees are still knocking. I think my acting needs a little more practice. Hee hee. I'm gonna get going now. What about you guys? I'll stay here in the fresh air for a while longer. Finley, do you have a moment? Alright, get home safe then. Night night, crime busters. I didn't know it was about murder. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too much for you. I really enjoyed it, though. Without you, I probably wouldn't have come. Thanks for getting my mind off things. Finley, I don't know how you're feeling right now. I don't know what it's like when somebody dies on you for the first time. But I have to assume that it'll happen to me sometime, too. And I'm pretty scared of it. Terrified, actually. But it's also part of the job, and a good doctor needs to be able to handle it. Hey, it might never happen to you. You're a great doctor. I think that's unrealistic. But when it happens, I want to be ready. What are you thinking right now? Not much. All I want to do right now is sleep. And thank you for joining in. I wouldn't have had the nerves for it without you. Maybe you want to do it again in the future. But next time, I want to be the detective. I'd be honored to have you solve my murder. Keeping going. Maybe that's what it's all about in the end. Moving on. I want to keep going too. With life here in Porcupine, I mean. I think I'll like it here. The people, the little streets, the hibernation festival was great. I think I could feel at home here. Especially with a partner in crime like you. Let's make sure that as few people die here as possible. That's the deal. Deal? Yeah. Deal. I can't wait to get a good night's sleep. Good night, world. What? Alright. Well, this is where we're going to leave it for today. Thank you again for tuning in. I appreciate your attendance. I'm glad you guys watch. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm glad Finley got to go do something, get his mind off of losing Irma and that funeral incident. That was pretty bad. And we will stream tomorrow and see where Finley's at. Thank you again. You can find me, of course, here on Twitch at HatboxFiend. You'll find this video on and all my other videos on YouTube at HatboxFiend. And you can follow me on TikTok and Twitter and Facebook at HatboxFiend. I hope you all have a fantastic Sunday, and I will talk to you all again soon. Bye-bye.